Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. Buckle up because there's a whirlwind of rumors swirling around the NFL right now, and it involves one of the most disruptive interior defensive tackles in the league, Chris Jones of the Kansas City Chiefs and the Green Bay Packers. Yes, you heard that right. The Packers are suddenly in the conversation for a potential blockbuster trade that could shake the entire NFC North and, frankly, the entire league. For months, we've been watching the Packers' defensive line struggle with injuries and inconsistency. Kenny Clark, our rock in the middle, has been battling a shoulder injury, and Devon Wyatt, who was expected to step up, is dealing with a hip issue. These injuries have exposed some vulnerabilities in our front, and it's no secret that we need to bolster that line if we want to make a real push for the playoffs and beyond. Now, enter the possibility of acquiring Chris Jones, a true game wrecker, a dominant force who could change the entire complexion of our defense. Sources suggest that the Green Bay Packers could be looking at a deal involving a first-round pick for Jones, who at 31 years old remains one of the most disruptive interior defensive linemen in the league. And make no mistake, Jones is a powerhouse, a player capable of changing games single-handedly. In 2025, he's appeared in 10 games so far, racking up 24 solo tackles, 12 assists, and most notably 8 sacks. His pass-rushing ability is elite, boasting a PFF grade of 91.5. That's almost unheard of for a defensive tackle. When you watch him on tape, what stands out is his explosiveness, his ability to collapse the pocket, and his relentless motor. He's the kind of player who can elevate an entire defensive unit, and that's exactly what the Packers need right now. What makes this rumor even more intriguing is the context of the Chiefs' current situation. Kansas City is managing a tight salary cap, especially after their Super Bowl dynastic run, and with Patrick Mahomes' contract, they've had to make some tough choices. The offense is still top tier, but to keep their championship window open, the Chiefs might have to make some sacrifices on defense. Rumors suggest the Chiefs are ceding some cap space to make a run at Mahomes' extension, leaving their roster a little more flexible, except for the fact that they might be open to trading Chris Jones if the right offer comes along. And that's where the Packers come into play. The idea is that Green Bay could offer a first-round pick, which, given our draft assets and the need for a proven difference-maker on the interior, could be enough to convince Kansas City to part ways with Jones. It's a bold move, but one that makes sense when you consider what Jones brings to the table. His ability to disrupt the run game, pressure the quarterback, and provide that veteran leadership up front could be exactly what our defense needs to become a top 5 unit again. Now, let's take a deeper look at what Chris Jones could do for the Packers. In 2025, he's been a force: 10 games played, 24 solo tackles, 12 assists, and a staggering 8 sacks. His pressure rate has been phenomenal, averaging about 2.8 pressures per game, and his pass rush win percentage is off the charts at 27%. His EPA per snap is 0.20, which indicates he's a game changer on every play. When you compare him to other dominant defensive tackles in recent years, he's right up there with the best, and the numbers back that up. His career totals include 302 solo tackles, 132 assists, and an impressive 86. 5 sacks, which is significant for a player primarily playing inside. What makes Jones even more appealing is his durability. In 2025, he's avoided the serious injuries that have plagued other players this season. That means he's healthy, motivated, and ready to make an immediate impact. If the Packers can land him, the effect would be immediate. His presence alone would free up Kenny Clark to play more freely, and Devon Wyatt could finally get the one-on-one opportunities he needs to develop. The overall front would gain penetration, allowing linebackers to flow more freely and reducing the pressure on our secondary. From a strategic perspective, bringing in Jones would elevate the Packers' defensive stats significantly. Projections suggest that with Jones in the fold, we could see an addition of around 12 more sacks over the remainder of the season. That's not just about individual stats. It's about creating chaos in the backfield, making it easier for our secondary to cover, and forcing opposing quarterbacks into tough decisions. Plus, his ability to stuff the run would help limit opponents' rushing yards, which has been a sore spot this year. We could see opponents' rushing yards per game drop by around 18%, which would be a massive boost for our overall defensive efficiency. And what about the broader implications? Well, a dominant interior defensive tackle like Jones could be the X factor we need in the playoff push and potential Super Bowl run. You look at history, and players like Aaron Donald have transformed defenses and helped lead their teams to championships. The Packers, with a solid offense led by Jordan Love, need that defensive spark, and Jones could provide it. His presence on the field would give us more than just sacks. It would give us a psychological edge, knowing we have a game wrecker on the inside capable of changing the course of any game. Now, looking at the financial side, the cap hit for Jones in 2025 is estimated at around $6.1 million, which is very manageable considering his production. This move could be a steal if executed correctly, and it would allow the Packers to allocate resources elsewhere, perhaps to re-sign key players like Kenny Clark or extend other vital pieces of the roster. Plus, with the trade happening mid-season, it would send a clear message to the NFC North and the league that the Packers are serious about contending now, not later. Of course, there are skeptics, and rightfully so. Trading a first-round pick for a player approaching 32 years old isn't without risks. But in the NFL, sometimes you have to take calculated risks to elevate your team. The Packers have a window now, especially with Jordan Love developing and the division ripe for the taking. If you add a player like Chris Jones, the division race becomes even more intense, and the Packers' Super Bowl odds could skyrocket from plus 1,200 to plus 650, making us genuine contenders. Against teams like the Vikings, who have a solid offensive line, Jones's presence could be the difference maker, especially considering he has historically dominated playoff-caliber offensive lines, increasing our playoff dominance by around 21%. Now, wrapping up, the potential acquisition of Chris Jones isn't just a rumor. It's a bold strategy that could redefine the Packers' season. It's about adding a proven superstar who can elevate our defense to elite status, help us dominate the NFC North, and give us the best shot at another Super Bowl appearance. The Chiefs might be ceding cap space and considering their options, but if the Packers pull this off, it could be the move that pushes us back into the league's elite. Imagine a front line with Kenny Clark, Devont Wyatt, and Chris Jones, an unstoppable force that offenses will dread to face every Sunday. This is exactly the kind of move Green Bay needs to make if we want to contend seriously. The season is still unfolding, and the trade deadline is approaching fast. If the rumors turn out to be true and the Packers can land Jones for a first-round pick, it would be a statement to the league that we're here to stay, that we're building a championship-caliber team, and that we're ready to challenge for another Super Bowl. So, Packers fans, keep your eyes on this story. It's not just speculation, it's a potential game-changer. And if we get ready for a roller coaster ride of playoff battles, intense games, and the chance to see our team back where it belongs, fighting for a Lombardi trophy. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Green Bay Packers. Do you think this is the move we need to make? Are you excited about the possibility of Chris Jones donning the green and gold? Or are you skeptical about giving up a first-round pick for a player approaching his 32nd birthday? Whatever your thoughts are, I want to hear them. This is your team, your passion, and your voice. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, rumors, and analysis as we approach the trade deadline. The NFL season is unpredictable, and this could be the move that defines our year. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's get ready for the best part of the year, playoff time. Green Bay, we're coming for that Lombardi, and with a move like this, the sky's the limit. Thanks for riding along on this journey, and as always, go Pack Go.